Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you some gems about the hidden gifts of trials. I want to begin by asking a simple yet powerful question. Have you ever gone through something so painful, so confusing, so unexpected that it made you question your purpose, your faith, or even your sanity? We all have. Whether it was the death of a loved one, a betrayal by someone you trusted, a job loss, or a personal failure, you've likely stood at the crossroads of pain and purpose, wondering, why am I going through this? But what if I told you that trials are not punishments, but platforms? What if your pain had a purpose, your suffering had strategy, and your setbacks were really setups for something greater? Today, I want to share with you a powerful truth. Trials test our faith, but they also refine our purpose. James 1:2-3 says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness." Let's be honest. Counting it all joy when you're in pain is not easy, but that's the very first thing James tells us. Why? Because faith that's never been tested is faith that can't be trusted. Trials squeeze you, stretch you, and strip away the fluff, revealing what you truly believe. When everything is going well, it's easy to say, God is good. But when your world is falling apart, your job, your marriage, your health, can you still say, God, I trust you? Faith is not proven in the sunshine, it's forged in the fire. Just like gold is refined by fire, your faith is purified by pressure. There's something about pain that makes the temporary things of this world lose their grip. The house doesn't matter as much when your peace is gone. The clothes don't mean much when your heart is broken. The followers and likes can't heal your soul. God allows trials to wean us from earthly attachments, not because He doesn't want us to enjoy life, but because He knows the danger of worshiping what won't last. 2 Corinthians 4:18 says, "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." Trials have a way of lifting our eyes off the ground and pointing them toward heaven. Pain makes us long for something more than this life. It creates a holy discontent with this broken world and redirects our hearts to a greater reality, eternity. Romans 8:18 says, "I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." When trials shake the foundation of what's temporary, we begin to look for something permanent. That's what hope is, not wishful thinking, but confident expectation of what God has promised. And here's the truth. Hope that is rooted in eternity can endure anything in time. You may not understand the why, but when you know the where you're going, who holds your future, it gives you power to persevere. It's easy to say we love God when He gives us what we want. But what happens when He doesn't? When He says no to that prayer? When He delays the blessing? When He allows you to walk through pain? Trials expose the true object of our love. Do we love God, or do we just love His blessings? When Job lost everything, his children, wealth, health, his wife, told him to curse God and die. But Job replied in Job 1:21, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." That's love, not based on outcomes, not conditional. That's covenant love. God doesn't want us to love Him for what He gives, but for who He is. Trials peel away the layers and show where our true affection lies. Sometimes we don't appreciate blessings until we go without them. You don't value peace until you've been in chaos. You don't treasure health until you've battled sickness. You don't recognize true friends until you've been betrayed. God uses trials to teach us gratitude, to develop spiritual discernment, and to help us cherish what truly matters. Psalm 119-71 says, "It was good for me to be afflicted so that I might learn your decrees." Some lessons can't be learned in comfort. Gratitude is often born in the classroom of pain. Your pain is not just about you. God is in the business of recycling your trials to become someone else's survival guide. 2 Corinthians 1-4 says, "He comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others." Some of your deepest wounds will become your greatest ministries. You were broken so you could become a healer. You were crushed so you could become compassionate. You were rejected so you could welcome others. You've been through it not to break you, but to build others through you. James says the testing of your faith produces endurance. You don't build strength without resistance. Just like muscles grow through resistance training, your spiritual endurance is developed through hardship. Romans 5:3-4 says, "Suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope." Your trial is not just about surviving, it's about becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming more like Christ. Endurance is not just hanging on, it's growing deeper, standing taller, and refusing to quit when quitting is the easiest option. Perhaps the most powerful work of trials is this: they humble us. Trials remind us that we're not in control. You can't buy your way out of heartbreak. You can't charm your way out of a diagnosis. You can't fake your way through spiritual warfare. And that's the point. God allows trials to bring us to the end of ourselves so we can finally lean on Him. 1 Peter 5-6 says, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that He may lift you up in due time." Humility is the key to elevation, and trials are the hammer that shapes. So today, wherever you are in life, if you're in the middle of a storm, if you're fighting battles no one sees, if you feel like giving up, don't quit, don't retreat, don't curse the trial, because your trial is doing something in you that ease never could. It's growing your faith. It's fixing your eyes on eternity. It's revealing your heart. It's producing endurance. And it's humbling you to become more like Christ. What you're going through is not the end of your story. It's the furnace that forges your future. And one day you'll look back and say, "It was good that I was afflicted," because the trial didn't take you out. It brought you through. So rise up with greater strength, with deeper wisdom, with unwavering hope. Because the fire is not there to burn you. It's there to build you. If you are inspired by these words, please subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.